I'm really proud of this live stream layout. Bro, I got an hour to watch. Well, hopefully, it'll be a good hour. Glad you can make it, my guy. Glad you can make it. You like the new layout? It's work. It's sufficient. I think I like it very much. Yeah, a good chunk of people saw it. I'm happy for that. Spice things up for the stream because it was a little bland. I would admit it was a little bland. It was just the screen. Now there's a lot more to look at. Also, I got the live chat in so you can see your stuff on there, or you can see your comments on the screen. So it's great. And they stay there forever, so they don't disappear. I say you should. It's rewarding. If you want to fix up your stream layout, you can. I've been on and off streaming ever since I started this channel or whatever. I've been on this thing for like ages. It's just only recently I've been getting attention. as small of attention as I can get, but you know, it's attention's attention. But I say go for it. If you have the, I mean, if you have the tools to do it, go for it. Right now, the agenda is to fix up a couple of drawings that I'm not particularly happy with. And so right now we're doing this guy. And he looks like this. I'm just fixing up some stuff. I'll show off the wallpaper in a second, but that's what we got going. Anyway, how's y'all's day? How have y'all been? It's been a fat 3 days since y'all heard me talk. I hope y'all been doing splendid. Hope y'all been doing well. I'm not doing that good today either. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Alright. Same situation as last, so alright. I get that. I understand. I just hope today's stream will make you feel a little bit better. If not my thrilling commentary, then the music or just what I'm drawing in general. Just makes you feel a little bit better. I am horrible at conversation starters, or just talking to myself in general. I do it a lot, but not on the spot. It do because I'm talking to a bud. Well, I'm glad you think of me as a bud. I know this looks a little bland, but it's only because this guy, he's more of a pixel art character and I have to draw him to life. I will still be using pixels. I'll be using a pixel brush to... Well, he's just gonna be looking like this for now, because he only has like 2 colors to him, which is like red and black. So this is what he originally looked like in the wallpaper, and I just call this done. After looking at it for a little bit longer than a day. I thought it'd be a good idea to change it up, and now we have this, and I think it is miles, if not leagues, better than the original. I have to adjust a couple of things, but you know, I believe he looks dashing. He looks smashing, I do say so. Just making sure foot placement is correct for the most part. I know anatomy doesn't matter for Sonic characters, but I try my best. Man, Twitter's gonna be one of them days where it just doesn't show my post to anybody, or like nobody's on, so it's just fun to announce that I'm streaming and then no one sees the announcement that I'm streaming, therefore inducing the fact that no one knows that I'm streaming. God, I love the internet. I stand corrected. Hey man, hey Sonny, how you doing? Ignore my ramblings if you heard any of that. I'm just having a moment, an embarrassing moment, but one I wish weren't that entirely true. Oh, my bad. No, it's not on you, dog. No, it's just I announce these things on like Twitter and whatnot, sometimes on Discord servers that I'm in, but like it goes unheard, and so it just it enforces reinforces the idea to me anyway. What's the point in announcing if no one's going to even bother? And I don't blame that on like people. I blame that on certain systems. Like I would post an announcement on Twitter and then like no one sees it. And I don't know I don't know if it's because the followers that I have aren't on Twitter on that in that moment, in which case I have to handle like my announcements a little bit better. Or if like Twitter just doesn't show these things to people. Also, if some of your comments don't get like shown, it's probably because there's a swear word in it, so be mindful of that. I'm not in control of that. I am. I can show it off or I can hide it, but just be aware it won't automatically be shown. It's just gonna be flagged. Or just anything, I guess, sensitive. Because yeah, I don't flag these things. It just sort of they're automatically flagged. I'm assuming it to prevent other things. It would be cool if like spam protection was like a thing, but we'll see. I haven't encountered any like a problem with spam, but there's a first time for everything. Everyone's y'all two are just gonna be trying to swear a lot. Jesus. I don't know if I can even turn that off. That's the funny bit. I like how that didn't get flagged. That's amazing. I should be drawing right now, but I'm looking at you two just messing around in chat. It is very amusing. I play it smart. I think you do. You go on Roblox. That's how. How you know you get. That's how you get past the censors. I'm kidding. I'm only joking. Alright. Where's my mono pin? Alright, hold on. Let's do the before and after take. So this is before. I thought everything was okay. I thought it was swell. This is after. So now he looks, I think, leagues better than the original. I mean, I like this, but I also like this. So I like this more. I think it's more interesting to look at than just him looking like a dope with 2 arms in the air. I want like each arm to be having its own thing going on. So both of them opening up the bottom of his stomach, releasing the real head of what's possessing this poor hedgehog. I like the current one. So you like this one? I like it more than the beat. That's this is what he looks like. That's what he really looks like inside of the poor freak. I'm sorry, but I just want to be like properly representing. I just like, I don't know. I like this more because each arm is doing something other than like not doing anything at all. So that's why I wanted to change it up. Also, it's like I didn't like the head that much. So now there's like more. I just think there's more going on, and there's more like signifying that there's something really wrong. I don't know how like to properly describe it. Alright, hold on, give me a second. I like this more because it represents what the character is. Fatal Error, because like the bulb that's coming out of his stomach. Creative liberties. It's not really creative. I'm taking the source material and just properly representing it. Creative liberties would be like, alright, let's, I like this, but let's change something to make it feel the same, Like, you respect the source material, but you change it up to make it your own thing. That's what I think creative liberties, for me anyway, would be. I would take what's already working, but change it in the way that I would like it a lot more. Each of the, like, alright, so let's, before I keep going on these tangents, but you guys make me talk about this. So, all these characters, I like. All of them have unique design qualities that spawn off the original classic Sonic design that I like, that everyone likes. Excuse me. So it's each just drawing different iterations of the same blue hedgehog is great, but I would not call any of these like my favorite because they're just simple changes like black eyes or creepy smiles and whatnot. So if it were up to me, I would change some things to make it not better per se, but that would appeal to me more. That's also leading to an idea I will have later in October. So I'm gonna keep that on the wraps because I want to make sure I can handle that little project better. Sally.exe next. Maybe. Maybe in the future. All these spots are pretty much filled up. It would have been cool to have her in the background, but I don't plan these things out, unfortunately. If you think I plan out my projects, I really don't. To a certain extent, I do, but a lot of the times I don't. I just draw, and if it starts looking nice, I roll with that for as long as I can. Anyway, enough of the tangents. I need to finish this, so he needs to be a part of the lineup. Oh yeah, a couple of character changes before I move on. Sorry. This is New Scorched. He's huge and humongous, way bigger than the original one, and I think once I color him, he's gonna look fantastic. And then Devoid over here. There you go. Now he's running. Instead of how small and tiny he was beforehand. I changed him up. He's in a different position. But it now looks like everything's happening. No, don't finish it. Be like me. I have to finish it. I hyped up this project too much. And now I need to finish it. If not for me, then for like everyone else. Anyway. Would it be better if I just did it with the line? Not really, no. Okay. But yeah, that's the plan. for today is just to finish this guy up, see if I want to change anyone else, redraw them. That's pretty much it. I don't think I'll start any major coloring. Not on stream. I think I'll do that. I'll probably end up having to do it off stream, but that is the plan. And hopefully it'll be a chill time. It'll be a time to remember. This won't be the last time I do Sonic.EXE stuff. I feel like this is gonna be a major thing up until like the end of this year. I will be burnt out for sure by the end of this year, but you know, I chose this path. I did this to myself, so I can't do much to change, other than keep rolling with the punches. The thing that scares me most about this project is that I'm afraid that once I'm finished with it, I should draw Kamen Rider Ultraman. Dude, as much as I would love to do that, trust me, I have. I've done it many, many times. But for content, for streams, or just for like major big projects, unfortunately, can't really do those until in some rare future I have an audience that would actually be entertained by me by doing that without any like major sacrifice. Of course, I should do them because I love doing it, and I do. I do lots of sketches of Kamen Rider, a lot of Kuga 01, my favorite one, Ryuki, whenever I don't mess up his helmet design for like the 50th time. I don't do Ultraman stuff because I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen much of Ultraman, unfortunately. I know of him. I'm not like dumb or like unaware of his presence. But I just don't like drawing things I haven't, like, I don't know much about, like Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I want to do art of that, but I haven't seen the show, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do it because I know nothing of the show. It's more of just it's more of just principle. I want to see it for myself before I start making stuff around it. The fan art of like Cyberpunk Edge Runners makes me want to like draw art of it, but like I want to see the show for myself to see if I like it, to see if it's worth drawing. Otherwise, I'll be just doing just generic fan art of just Cyberpunk in general because I just love the game. There's someone that I know that I shall not name because apparently a lot of people do not like this person. But there's a person that I know who's saying just follow the trends and you'll get numbers fast and easy. And I don't doubt that wisdom. I don't. It is very smart. But because of my self-proclaimed, self-put principle that I have, that is, let me consume said media or said trendy thing and let me be invested in that, or else I just won't like what I'm making. Like, if I'm not invested into something in a certain piece of media, I'm not gonna draw something for that because I'm just doing it for the numbers. And as much as attention would be great right about now, I don't want to give off the impression that I do this for numbers. I do this because I like doing this. But at the same time, I want to make this my career. And so you can clearly understand the dilemma I'm in. There's a balance that I need to find, and I think slowly but surely I'm understanding it. I do want to get around to making Dragon Ball fan art, because God, that is like the obvious thing I should have done ages ago. And I love Dragon Ball so much, but I've never just drawn anything Dragon Ball related. You shouldn't be scared of doing original stuff. I do original stuff all the time. It shows right here. There's there's an original character and my persona in here. I'm not afraid to show off what I have. Like, if I have an original idea, I'm not afraid to show that off, because I guarantee you, 9 out of 10, when people follow you, they're gonna follow you for the content you make alongside original stuff you make. So I'm never afraid to like put out my original stuff, because people that like the fan art I do will also probably most likely like the original stuff I do, because what's the original stuff that artists make but like inspirations off of other material that other people also like, you know? You can clearly see my inspirations for like Kamen Rider and like Tokusatsu just spilled into like my character design here with the helmet, and then like everything else with Icon, which is my original character you see coming out, and it looks like a stand from JoJo's. So again, original stuff can appeal to other people who already like existing media, because like I said, 9 times out of 10, if people like your stuff for what your drawing piece appeals to them, they're gonna unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you view this ideology, will like your original stuff, because you like the same thing, and whatever you make original what is based off of something that already exists anyways, that will appeal to the same people, the same crowd that like you. So hopefully that ramble made sense. What I'm trying to say is you shouldn't be afraid to show off your original stuff, because if other people like your content, they're gonna like the stuff you put out originally. To be fair, your stuff is collaborating with Sonic.EXE stuff and more, and that's more recognizable. Because it's how do I say this? It's the smart thing to do. No, I just thought it would be fun. So because my character can easily just be inserted into anything, and that'll be fun. It shows off my original character and pre-existing characters. That's always fun. There's a million ways to go about showing off your like original characters. The way I do it, yeah, it will be seen because I put it with like Sonic.EXE or just other pieces of media out there. But I just like the idea of just crossing universes, so that's why it's easier for me to do that. And the original story that I want to make has the idea of like just crossing like ideas together. It's in the name, Crossing Aisle, but I haven't properly made a logo for that, but I've been mentioning it here and there on Twitter posts. So Crossing Aisle is a real thing. It's an idea that I want to get off the ground. It's more of like a gift to a lot of people that are a part of my life. It's more of a, like I keep saying to everyone whenever I mention this project, it's more so a gift, a gift to people that I know who are close to me and whatnot, or just been a part of my life for so long. Like for you may have known me for like a couple of months, but like I said before, I've been online for a while now, on and off, not getting it. Like, if you were to describe my content, I'm very obscure, but I do exist. I'm aware of the space, and I've met countless people that are still friends with me today that I would love to just share this giant thing, because I just want to return kindness. There are so many people I've met in my life while doing the things I do I started off this YouTube channel with like sprite animations, and I got into the sprite animation community. I've met some fantastic people in my life, and and a lot of them are still friends with me today. And I still hang out with them, talk to them on Discord every so often in VC, and it's just great. And then there's people I met in high school in my real life that appreciate the work I do online and like to be a part of that stuff. So my real life friends, or yeah, real world friends when I'm not streaming. And so they're just a gift to cherish, because without them, I'm pretty sure my sanity would diminish greatly, and the notion of touching grass would exist. But yeah, my original idea, Crossing Isle, is something that I'm slowly pushing out. And hopefully, whenever I get it off the once I actually start doing stuff for it, people will enjoy it. Even if like what I make is supposed to be a gift to other people, that doesn't mean other people can't enjoy it as well. So hopefully, if I do it right, everyone can just enjoy what I do. If you want to know like more about this project, Crossing Isle, there's plenty of, like, you can check out my Newgrounds page, where all my like major render artworks, you can see like the idea unfolding slowly but surely. I haven't done anything particular with the project in a while because I've been focused on this, obviously, but I still do things for it here and there. Like, hopefully I will show off the main antagonist for this project soon, during October. So, whoever's listening now, be excited for that. Those random ink sketches that have been popping up on my Twitter account aren't for nothing. Been worried about where those things have been coming from. But in other news, besides myself, The Last of Us is getting a live action TV series on HBO, and I kind of want to watch it because the actor for Joel is so cool, and would be my obvious choice to pick if I were ever doing a live action series of The Last of Us. If you're sick of The Last of Us, you're probably talking about the sequel. I still love that series for what it is. I'm only aware of the story because I haven't sat down to play it myself, but I just like it. The series in general. Well then, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not going to be interested, I can't convince you to be interested, but I can't wait for the TV show because it looks like it's going to be a great time. I really like what I played of the first game, but things just need to stop when necessary. I mean, I guess, but like they've only been pumping out the first game for so long. Like, it just got another remaster, and people are rightfully questioning why it's more than $60 for a remaster that we had for the PS4 because it was a PlayStation 3 title and it looked great. But they keep, I don't know why they do this weird practice of just giving out the game in such a weird state. I don't want it to be a franchise like Uncharted. Well, I mean, Uncharted had like a bazillion different the bazillion different copies of the third game, but it's still like, there's still a good game. It's just everywhere. I still remember going to like Walmart and just seeing piles and piles of Uncharted 3. Well, from what I heard, the game is alright. I just don't know how it became just everywhere. I'm just making sure I'm covering all the two-tone stuff for this character, for Fatal Error here. That's what I'm doing right now. Because he's only technically it's a monocolor because there's just one prominent color. But I'm calling it two because there's black and red. Black may not be an official color, but it's, it exists in this in the color spectrum. Alright, I'm gonna post something on Twitter now, then later, probably back in a bit. Alright. You have fun, lad. The deed's been done. Welcome back. I hope you didn't commit a crime on Twitter, because you will never hear the end of it. Dog. Listen, man, you can get canceled over anything on Twitter. That's why I'm not on it all the time, but I just use it for when I need it. Oh man. You can probably tell what my favorite genre of music is by listening to this. It's a lot of synthwave. There's a lot of genre of music I like. Synthwave is one of the top 10, top 5 that I can think of off the top of my head. Haha, never heard that joke before. Synthwave is the best. I don't know what you're talking about. When it's done right, it's done right. Another genre of music I like, and it's more of a joke in the music scene than taken seriously, but I like it so much because it's so gosh dang ridiculous, is Eurobeat. It is scientifically proven if you play any kind of Eurobeat song while driving, you gain 20 additional horsepower when driving, and it's quite frankly amazing. It's the secret no one wants you to know about. Just start blaring Eurobeat and you'll win every time. actual cheat code. It is for real a cheat code. You go you gain the additional 20 horsepower in your vehicle of choice. It has to be 4 wheels though. It has to be a car, not a bike. But you go exponentially faster when playing Eurobeat. I would play a Eurobeat track, but I would have to find one on Newgrounds first. Cause I ain't trying to get copyright striked on YouTube. That is a fool's errand. There's a KK Slider Eurobeat track on Newgrounds. It's amazing. Let's do sort them. They're already sorted by views. I'll play one in a second. But Eurobeat is great. It's just great to listen to. I love it. It's the spice of my life. Whenever I just want to listen to something so fast paced, just turn on some Eurobeat, and it's a good old time. If I ever get around to making an actual animated series, and if it would make sense to put it in there, like if it would make sense to have a musical track starring Eurobeat in my animated feature of whatever kind, I would like there to be Eurobeat. But you know, not everything could be Eurobeat related. But if possible, if I had the power and if it made sense story wise, you know, it has to fit. I'm not just gonna throw a Eurobeat in some random scene because it's not for everyone. But if it makes sense, like, I would put it in. All of the music ears are Eurobeat. No, because no one wants to be listening to the equivalent of a person on ADHD huffing a bag of crack. Nobody wants to listen to that on blast 24/7 for like 2 hours or whatnot, for like a feature film. That would probably be like the worst headache. I've listened to Eurobeat nonstop before. It is insane. Shame on them. No, dude, shame on the brain. The brain can't tolerate that much energy for longer than like an hour. An hour or two at the max. Believe me, I tried. I get a headache after a while while listening to my favorite track. And now I have to be in the mood to listen to Eurobeat because I've listened to so much in like when so much beforehand, nonstop. It hurts. It's a shame to say it, but it hurts. It can inflict mental damage. God, I love music, but sometimes you just gotta know when to stop playing a certain type of genre of music and just listen to something else for a change. Like Friday Night Funkin' songs. I'm getting to the point where I am sort of tired of listening to some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Because, God, there's so many young musicians out there who start off showing off their stuff in Friday Night Funkin'. But golly, do they not all work. Never liked Friday Night Funkin' songs. And I did. And I still do. They shouldn't be considered anything other than like a subgenre of techno. Because that's what it really is. You're taking electronic sounds and making music with it. I find it no different than, yeah, like I said, techno or dubstep, because with dubstep you just take sound bites and just repeat them over and over again to make a song. So I never considered Friday Night Funkin' songs to be like its own actual genre. I just thought it was like a subsection, a sub niche, you know, just like synthwave or vaporwave. Which is surprising because I like Vocaloid songs and techno, because a lot of them nowadays are done right. That's why we like listening to Miku sing for a lot, or like listening to other people take Vocaloid and make it very nice and very enjoyable to listen to. Because now we've reached the point in this subgenre where it sounds good. Friday Night Funkin' has only been out for like 2 years now, an actual year, a year and a couple of months. It's still pretty young. So we haven't reached that point yet. A lot of people are figuring out what they don't and don't like, and now people have finally realized you can put instruments in Friday Night Funkin' songs. What a game changer. You can put actual instruments instead of weird chopped up vocals all the time. I own Miku, she's my wife. I can show you the receipts. I'd rather you didn't. I believe you for your word. Because I don't think that's something no one should, that's something strange that you would lie about. So I just believe you 100%. No question to ask. Anyway, trying to put in some red into this monstrosity. I'm doing it like this so it's easier to just plop down the red where it needs to be, and also easily find separation. Because I will go into this with another layer, like another masked layer, and just start cleaning it up with more details. Because we have a second color to add, and it's white and gray. I know those aren't real colors, but you know, fight me over it. No, seriously, I got VQ4 English on my laptop. Like I said, I would believe you. I would have no reason to believe. I would have no reason to think you would be lying about that. That's just a strange thing to lie about. I know I said I'd be doing a gaming stream tomorrow, but I will probably keep streaming this wallpaper for as long as until it's done. I haven't shown off the phone wallpaper only because, like, it's as soon as I put down the line art and start plopping down base colors, it's going to be pretty much done. Because the background won't be anything fancy. I'll probably just keep it simple, or like a black gradient with like little nods to Sonic.EXE here and there. But the phone wallpaper will be pretty much simple with the characters that already exist. I'll probably do a stream for it, doing like a couple of sketch passes, because it only has like the equivalent of 2 concept sketch. I like to do a lot of concept sketching before I start lining up my stuff, because you can see here I have like 3 different sketches for Fatal Error here. So if I pull it up real quick, there's this final one, and then here's the second draft where it looked like this, and then the final, and then the first draft of it where it just looked like this. Yeah, my sketches could be very simple at the start, and then I just continue building it up until I'm happy, and then there we go. If I were to do this longer, probably it will genuinely take me as long as I wanted to until I'm happy. So, even though I want to be faster in drawing, I understand why I take so much time now. It's because I do this. I keep sketching until I'm happy with what I want it to be. I feel like everyone should be doing that. Taking time. Keep sketching until you're happy with it, instead of just pumping it out because of a trend. But I understand, and I kind of want to do the hustle. but I can't. This is already a habit that I've ingrained into my body, literally. Not really. Weebs say waifu all the time. But do you ever doubt that weebs also have figurines or just stuff relating to their waifu? Because they say it all the time. I never doubt they'll ever have. I never doubt they'll have a body pillow of said waifu, or a figure, or a poster, or literally anything representing that waifu. I never doubt it. We live in a strange time. That's not the program to use things though. Yeah, it's the same. No, not really. You're right. Alright, now we need just a strong white. Start adding in the teeth. Strangely enough, this is the only time this guy has pearly whites. And it's its final form. I bought the program as a tool not to pay voice actors and singers. You bought the figure to put in a jar. We are not the same. You just lack creativity to what you can do with jar and figure. You can make stop motion. Putting the figure in the jar. And that would probably make lots and will probably get you lots and lots of attention. No doubt it. No doubt about it. Making a stop motion animation about the figure going into the jar and just surrounding that. Got me there. Yeah, think outside the box, my dear friend. So lots of ways to represent your waifu in a jar. It doesn't have to be always standing still. Outside the jar. My waifu lives. I don't know if it was a good or bad thing that I was never into like the whole waifu scene. Maybe it's more of a good thing now that I think about it with hindsight. I'm starting to like this more. I'm happy. That's all that matters. I'm beginning to feel happy about this for this weird sets of ideas, but you know, regardless, I'm happy. That's what matters to me. You gotta bounce. Alright, man. Well, thank you for stopping by. And if you ever want to rewatch the stream again, I have a playlist now on the channel where you can watch past live streams. All the recent ones we've did from last week as well. So if once this stream is over, you want to rewatch it for whatever reason, we have a playlist now, so don't forget about that. But hope you have a good time. Stay safe.